Okay, so for this part of the project, what you are going to do is create a lose scene. And so the way that we're going to do that is we're going to actually start off by taking our start scene and we're going to duplicate it because it has most of the elements that we already need. So we can just press Control D, and then that should create, if you've called it level underscore 00 and your other level is called level underscore 01, it should create a level called level underscore 02. Unity should just sort of, see that that is happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to open that up and we're going to modify our title to say you lost, and we're going to duplicate our start game button, and we're going to create a main menu option. So you have the option to either play again, it'll take you right to level 1, or it'll take you back to this main menu. So the way that we're going to do that, I'm going to open up, I've already done it, I'll sort of walk you through what I did. I will click on my canvas element, and what was previously title, we're going to make it say you lost. Then we'll duplicate our start button. So we have two different buttons here, play again and main menu. So since they're already created, we don't have to wire anything up. We had it set up right off the beginning. So it's a little time-saving tip for you. We just want to make sure that play again takes us to level 1 with our level manager all wired up right there. And then our main menu, we want to make sure that it takes you to level 0. Again, the way to duplicate a game object, if I want to create a third button, is just click on it and press Control D. That'll create another one, and you can see right here, I have it. I can make it say anything that I want. I can make it go to any scene or level that I want. I, of course, don't need 3, so I'll get rid of it right here. Now, we are then going to click on our canvas, and we're going to create a UI text object. And I've already done that right here. You can see, I actually want to modify it. This is going to show the score that you got while playing level 1. Since this is Flappy Bird, I'm going to make this say flaps, not score. And the number that I have right here, 00, that's just a placeholder text. That's going to be substituted. I'm actually going to make that 1 digit. That'll be substituted with whatever score that I have previously. The way that we're going to make that work is we're going to create an empty game object. So we'll right click and we'll create empty, and we're going to call it score manager. We're going to attach to the score manager game object a script called score script. So in our scripts folder, we will right click, create a C# script. We will call it score script using camel case, and you can see that I have it right here. So basically we're creating a public text object called score, and in our start function, we're going to basically take the text property of the text object, and we're going to change it to flaps : space, and then it's going to have the player prefs get int high score. So this is the thing that we have saved back in our counter script. And so you'll see our counter script right here. We are saving to our player prefs high score, whatever our count is in that scene. And so player prefs persist between levels, and it doesn't get erased until you do something like, you can see right here at the beginning of level 1, in the start function, we delete our player prefs. And so it restarts every time we play level 1. But if we're going from level 1 to the lose scene, it still exists. It still persists because the start function is only called once at the beginning. So in Unity, we'll drag the score script onto our score manager, and then we just need to tell Unity which text object is going to display the score. And so that is going to be our score object right here. One final thing that we need to do on our bird script, we need to make an adjustment because currently our bird script is going to, once we die, load the active scene, and does that by building the index. And so this is sort of like a built-in Unity function. We're just going to add 1 to it. And so right here, we're going to change build index to build index plus 1. You should already have this in your scene. And so what that will do is in our build settings file, build settings, you're going to see that will add 1 to the index. So when we're building the index in level 1, it gives us 1 plus 1 takes us to 2. So the sequence or order in which your scenes are laid out here in your build settings is rather important. And so what you'll see if I save this, and I'll go back to my level 0 right here. If I press play, I will have a clickable button that will take me to level 1. We'll let that load up. As I click, my scores are going to go up. That's getting saved into the player prefs, so it can then be displayed on our lose scene when we lose. So give me one moment for this to finish thinking. And once it's done thinking, you should see the 3-scene game that goes from the start scene to the playable level to the lose scene that displays how you're doing. Okay, here it goes. So I press the start scene. I got a little animation in there to make it a little bit more fun. I hit the start scene and I'm playing. It's flapping. I die. And then it loads that new scene. It shows me the flaps that I attained. I can go back to the main menu. I can click the start button again and I can keep going like so. If I hit the play again button, it goes right to level 1. Now you might be able to see in the video, I need to adjust one setting on my buttons, and that is if I click on the button right here, you'll see that my selected color is showing up. So I don't really want to have a selected color. So down here, I'm going to change that. I don't want anything at all, so I'll pull my, okay, I'm having a little bit of trouble making this work here. There we go. I want to change the alpha setting down to 0. I'll do that for all of my buttons. All right, that's it.